Hello and welcome. It is so good to have you here with me today. This is a safe place for you to learn. This is a place for you to grow. My name is Olivia, and this is Learn English Easy. Are you ready for a special journey? Today is not just about listening, it is about feeling. It is about believing. Believing in yourself, believing in your dream to speak English with confidence. I know it is not always easy. I know sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes you think, is this too hard for me? Can I really do this? I understand those feelings. I have felt them too. Every person who learns a new language feels this way. It is normal. It is part of the journey. But today, I want you to forget those fears for 1 hour. Just 1 hour. Sit back, relax, and listen to my voice. Let the words wash over you. You do not need to understand every single word. You just need to listen. Your brain is amazing. It is learning even when you do not realize it. We will listen to a story today, a simple story, but a powerful one. It is the story of a boy with very little money, a poor boy, and we will follow his life. We will see his struggles, we will feel his pain, and we will watch as he becomes a successful man, a rich man. But this story is not really about money. No, it is about something much more important. It is about the richness of the human spirit. It is about hope. It is about hard work. It is about never, ever giving up. And as we listen to this story, you will be practicing your English. You will hear simple words. You will hear simple sentences. I will speak slowly and clearly for you. I will repeat important ideas. This is your listening practice. This is your time. So find a comfortable chair. Maybe get a cup of tea. Close your eyes if you want to. Let us begin our journey together. Let us learn English and let us find motivation with the story of Leo. Let me tell you about Leo. Leo was a young boy. He lived in a very small village. The village was quiet. It was surrounded by green fields and tall trees. It was beautiful, but life was not easy. Leo lived in a small house with his mother and his father. The house had only 2 rooms. The walls were thin, and when the wind blew, the house was cold. When it rained, sometimes water came through the roof. Leo's father was a farmer. He worked very hard every day. He woke up before the sun rose. He went to the fields. He worked with his hands. He planted seeds. He watered the plants. He collected the vegetables. But the farm was small. The soil was not very good. They did not have much money. Leo's mother also worked hard. She cleaned the house. She cooked simple food. She mended their old clothes. She saved every little bit of money she could. Leo did not have many toys. He had one small wooden car that his father made for him. He loved that car. He played with it every day. His clothes were old. They were passed down from an older cousin. They were often too big for him, but Leo did not complain. He was a happy child. He loved his parents. He loved running in the fields. He loved looking at the sky at night. The stars were so bright in the village. But Leo wanted more. He did not want more toys. He did not want more food. He wanted more knowledge. He loved to learn. There was a small school in the village. Leo went to this school every day. He walked for 30 minutes to get there. The school had one room for all the children. The teacher was kind, but she was very old. There were not many books. But for Leo, school was a magical place. He loved to read. He read the few books the school had again and again. He loved numbers. He enjoyed solving math problems. He would look at the world and ask questions. Why is the sky blue? How do birds fly? What is beyond those mountains? His parents were proud of him, but they were also sad. They did not have money to send him to a bigger school in the city. After he finished the village school, he would have to work on the farm. This was the life everyone knew. Can you imagine young Leo? Can you see his small house? Can you see his kind eyes? Can you feel his hope? He is like you. You have a dream. Your dream is to speak English. Maybe people around you do not understand your dream. Maybe they think it is not important. But you know it is important. You feel it in your heart, just like Leo felt his dream of learning. Hold on to that feeling. It is a powerful thing. Life continued for Leo. He helped his father on the farm after school. He carried water. He pulled weeds. His hands became rough and dirty, but his mind was always clean and full of thoughts. He was now 15 years old. He had finished the village school. There was no more school for him. Now he worked on the farm all day, every day. One year the weather was very bad. It did not rain for many months. The sun was hot and cruel. The earth became dry and hard. The plants started to die. Leo and his father worked day and night to save the plants. They carried water from a faraway river, but it was not enough. The plants turned yellow, then brown, then they died. That year, there was almost no food from the farm. They had some potatoes and some old rice. That was all. Leo's family was hungry. He could see the worry in his father's eyes. He could see the sadness in his mother's face. They had no money to buy food from the market. It was a very difficult time. Leo felt helpless. He wanted to help his family, but he did not know how. One evening, his father called him. He said, "Leo, you are a strong young man now. Our farm is not good. We cannot grow enough food. I must tell you something difficult. You need to go to the city. You need to find work there. You can send money home. This money will help us survive." Leo's heart felt heavy. He did not want to leave his home. He did not want to leave his parents. But he knew his father was right. It was the only way. He looked at his mother. She was crying quietly. He promised them he would work hard. He promised he would send money every month. He packed a small bag. He put in 2 pairs of old clothes. He put in a photograph of his parents, and he put in his small wooden car. The next morning, he said goodbye. It was the hardest thing he had ever done. He hugged his mother. He hugged his father. He turned and started walking. He did not look back because he knew if he looked back, He would cry and never leave. He walked to the road and waited for the bus. The bus to the city. A big, noisy bus arrived. He paid for a ticket with the little money his father gave him. He found a seat. He looked out the window, the green fields and tall trees of his village became smaller and smaller. Then they disappeared. Now he was alone. He was going to a big city. A city he had never seen before. He was scared. He was sad, but he was also determined. He made a promise to himself. He would not just survive. He would succeed. He would change his life. He would change his family's life. I want you to think about your own journey. Learning English can sometimes feel like this. You feel alone. You feel like you are leaving something familiar behind. The rules of grammar can feel like a big, unknown city. It can be scary. It can make you want to go back. But you are also determined, aren't you? You are on the bus. You are moving forward. That is so important. Be proud of yourself for that. The bus ride was long. It took many hours. Leo watched the world change outside the window. The green fields were gone. Now he saw big buildings. He saw many cars. He saw so many people. Everyone was walking very fast. No one smiled. No one looked at him. The bus stopped at a big, noisy station. Leo got off the bus. He stood there with his small bag. He did not know where to go. He did not know what to do. The city was loud. Cars were honking. People were talking loudly. It was overwhelming. He felt very small. He started walking. He walked for a long time. He was looking for a place to stay. He saw a sign for a cheap room. He went inside. The man at the desk looked at him. He asked for money. Leo showed him the little money he had. The man laughed. He said, "This is not enough for one night. Go away." Leo walked some more. He was tired and hungry. He found a small park. He sat on a bench. He took out a piece of bread his mother gave him. It was dry, but he ate it. He felt a tear on his face. He quickly wiped it away. He could not give up, not on the first day. He saw an old woman sitting on another bench. She was feeding birds. She looked kind. Leo gathered his courage. He walked to her. He said, "Excuse me, can you help me? I am new in the city. I need a place to stay. I do not have much money." The old woman looked at him. She saw his honest eyes. She saw his old clothes. She felt sorry for him. She told him about a part of the city where rooms were very cheap. It was not a nice area, she said, but it was a place to sleep. She told him how to get there. Leo thanked her. He followed her directions. He found the place. The buildings were old and dirty, but he found a room. It was very small. It had only a bed and a small table. The window was broken, but it was a roof over his head. He paid for 1 week. Now he had very little money left. He needed to find a job, quickly. The next morning, he started looking for work. He went to shops. He went to restaurants. He asked everyone, "Do you have any work for me? I can clean. I can carry things. I can work hard." But people said no. They said they did not need help. They said he was too young. He did not have experience. After 3 days, he was desperate. He had almost no money for food. He saw a big building with a kitchen in the back. It was a restaurant. He saw a man carrying heavy boxes of vegetables. The man looked tired. Leo went to him. He said, "Sir, let me help you. I will work for free. Just give me some food." The man was surprised. He looked at Leo. He saw a strong, willing boy. He said, "Okay, help me with these boxes. Then you can eat." Leo worked fast. He carried all the boxes. He worked for 2 hours. He did everything the man asked. After the work, the man gave him a plate of hot food. It was the best food Leo had ever eaten. The man's name was Ben. Ben was the cook at the restaurant. Ben said, "You work hard. You can come back tomorrow. You can help me in the kitchen. I will give you food and a little money." Leo was so happy. He finally had a job. It was a start, a very small start, but it was something. This part of the story is about the first steps. Leo had to be brave. He had to ask for help. He had to offer his hard work. In your English learning, you also need to take these small steps. Maybe today you learn just 5 new words. Maybe you listen to this story for 10 minutes. That is your small step. That is your first job in the big city of English. Do not underestimate small beginnings. They are the foundation of everything great. So Leo started working for Ben. His job started very early in the morning. He woke up at 4 o'clock. The city was still dark and quiet. He walked to the restaurant. His first job was to clean the kitchen. He washed the floors. He cleaned the tables. He made everything shine. Then he helped Ben prepare the food. He washed vegetables. He cut potatoes. He carried heavy pots. The work was hard. His back hurt. His feet hurt. But he never complained. He always had a smile. He always said thank you to Ben. Ben started to like Leo. He was a good boy. He was honest and hardworking. Ben started to teach him how to cook. He showed him how to make simple soups. He showed him how to make rice perfectly. Leo listened carefully. He learned quickly. After a few weeks, Ben gave him more responsibility. He let him help with the cooking during the busy lunchtime. Leo was nervous, but he did well. The customers were happy. Ben paid him a small salary every week. It was not much money, but for Leo, it was a fortune. He went to the post office. He sent almost all the money to his parents. He kept only a very small amount for himself. He needed to pay for his room. He needed to buy food, but he was very, very careful with his money. He did not buy new clothes. He did not go to the cinema. He did not eat in restaurants. He ate simple food at his small room. Sometimes Ben gave him extra food from the restaurant to take home. Leo was very grateful. He was saving every coin he could. He had a dream. He wanted to open his own small food business one day. He did not know how, but he held on to that dream. In the evenings after work, he was very tired. But he did one more thing. He took out a small notebook and a pencil. He started to write down new words he heard during the day. Words about food, words about the city, He wanted to learn more. He knew that to succeed, he needed knowledge. He needed to understand the world. He went to the public library on his day off. He sat there for hours. He read books about business. He read books about cooking. He could not understand everything, but he tried. He learned one new thing every day. Life was still hard. His room was cold. His clothes were old. But he was no longer desperate. He had a plan. He had a goal. He was moving forward, step by step. He made a friend at the library. Her name was Maria. She also liked to read. She saw Leo every week. One day she said hello. They started talking. She was kind and smart. She helped him with his reading. She explained difficult words. This friendship was a beautiful gift for Leo. Think about your English notebook. Maybe it is a real notebook. Maybe it is an app on your phone. Every time you write down a new word, you are like Leo in the library. You are investing in your future. You are building your knowledge one word at a time. It might seem small now, but these words are your tools. They will help you build your dream. What new word will you learn today? Leo worked at the restaurant for 2 years. He was now 17 years old. He was stronger. He was more confident. He had learned so much from Ben. He was a good cook now. Ben was very proud of him. One day, Ben called Leo into his small office. Ben said, "Leo, you are like a son to me. You are a wonderful worker. But this is a small restaurant. I cannot pay you more money. You have a great talent. You need a bigger opportunity." Leo listened. His heart was beating fast. Ben continued, "I have a friend. His name is Mr. Anderson. He owns a large hotel in the city center. The hotel has a big, famous restaurant. They are looking for a junior cook. I told him about you. I gave him your name. He wants to meet you tomorrow." Leo could not believe it. A big hotel, a famous restaurant. This was a huge opportunity. He was excited, but also very, very nervous. He said, "Thank you, Ben. Thank you for everything." Ben smiled. He said, "You deserve this, Leo. Just be yourself." That night, Leo could not sleep. He thought about the interview. What should he say? What should he wear? He had only one nice shirt. It was old, but it was clean. He ironed it carefully. He practiced what he would say. "Hello, Mr. Anderson. My name is Leo. I am a hard worker. I love to cook. I want to learn." The next day, he went to the hotel. It was a beautiful, tall building. It had glass doors. The floor was made of shiny marble. He felt out of place. He went to the reception and asked for Mr. Anderson. A man came out. He was tall. He wore a nice suit. He looked serious. He said, "Are you Leo? Come with me." They went to his office. The office was big and quiet. Mr. Anderson said, "Sit down." He asked Leo many questions. "Where are you from? What is your experience? Why do you want to work here?" Leo was nervous, but he answered honestly. He spoke from his heart. He talked about his village. He talked about his family. He talked about his dream to have his own business one day. He did not try to pretend he was someone else. Mr. Anderson listened. He looked at Leo's hands. They were the hands of a worker, strong and a little rough. He saw the passion in Leo's eyes. After the questions, Mr. Anderson said, "Okay, now come to the kitchen. Show me what you can do." The hotel kitchen was huge. It was full of people. Everyone was busy. There were many pots and pans. The heat was intense. Mr. Anderson gave Leo some vegetables and said, "Make me a simple soup, your best soup." Leo took a deep breath. He remembered everything Ben taught him. He washed the vegetables. He cut them carefully. He boiled the water. He added the vegetables and some herbs. He tasted the soup. He added a little salt. He worked with focus and calm. After 30 minutes, the soup was ready. He put it in a bowl and gave it to Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson took a spoon. He tasted the soup. He was quiet for a moment. Then he looked at Leo. He said, "This is excellent. It is simple, but the taste is perfect. You have a talent. The job is yours. You can start next week." Leo was so happy he almost cried. He shook Mr. Anderson's hand. He said, "Thank you, sir. I will not disappoint you." He ran back to tell Ben the good news. Ben was so happy for him. This was a new chapter in Leo's life, a chapter with more responsibility, more learning, and more money. He could now send more money to his parents. His dream was getting closer. When you practice English, you are also going for an interview. Every time you speak, you are showing your skills. Maybe you are nervous. Maybe you are afraid of making a mistake. But remember Leo, he was honest. He showed his true self. He did his best. That is all you need to do. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn. Speak from your heart. Your passion for learning will shine through. Leo started his new job at the hotel. It was very different from Ben's small restaurant. Here, everything was fast. Everything was organized. There was a head chef. His name was Chef Marco. He was a famous chef. He was very strict. He shouted sometimes. Everyone in the kitchen was a little afraid of him. Leo was the most junior cook. His job was to prepare the ingredients. He cut mountains of onions. He peeled hundreds of potatoes. He cleaned fish. It was hard, boring work. But Leo did it without complaining. He watched the other cooks. He listened to Chef Marco. He learned new techniques. He learned about new ingredients from different countries. He worked long hours. Sometimes he worked for 12 hours without sitting down. His body was tired, but his mind was excited. He was learning so much. He started to write down new recipes in his notebook. He drew pictures of how to arrange food on a plate. He was like a sponge, absorbing all the knowledge around him. After 6 months, Chef Marco noticed him. He noticed that Leo was always the first to arrive and the last to leave. He noticed that Leo's work was always perfect. The onions were always cut exactly the same size. The potatoes were always peeled cleanly. One day, Chef Marco called him. He said, "Leo, I see you. I see your hard work. From tomorrow, you will help me with the sauces." This was a big promotion. Sauces are very important in a fine restaurant. They are the heart of the dish. Leo was nervous but thrilled. He started working directly with Chef Marco. He learned how to make a classic French sauce. He learned how to make a rich Italian sauce. Chef Marco was a hard teacher, but a good one. He explained why things worked. He explained the science of cooking. Leo's world of knowledge expanded. During this time, Leo also improved his life. He moved to a better room. It was still small, but it was clean and warm. He bought one new pair of good shoes for work. He continued to save most of his money. He opened a bank account. He learned about saving and interest. He was building his future, brick by brick. He also continued his friendship with Maria from the library. They met every Sunday. They talked about their lives. They talked about their dreams. Maria was studying to become a teacher. She helped Leo with his writing. She helped him write a better resume. She helped him write letters. Leo helped Maria too. He cooked delicious meals for her. Their friendship became stronger. It became love. Maria believed in Leo. She supported his dreams. This love gave Leo even more strength and confidence. After 2 years at the hotel, Leo was now a skilled cook. He was 20 years old. He was no longer a boy. He was a young man with experience and knowledge. Chef Marco trusted him. One day, Chef Marco said, "Leo, you are one of my best cooks now. I am proud of you, but I think you are ready for something more. You have the talent to be a head chef yourself. You should start thinking about your own place." Leo's dream was suddenly very close. He had the skills. He had some savings. He had the support of Maria. But he was also afraid. What if he failed? What if he lost all his money? It was a big risk. He talked to Maria about his fears. She said, "Leo, I believe in you. You are the hardest working person I know. You have a kind heart and a creative mind. You can do this. We can do this together." Her words gave him courage. He started to make a plan. He decided he would not open a big, expensive restaurant. He would start small. He wanted to create a place that felt like home. A place with simple but delicious food. A place where people felt warm and welcome. Just like Ben's restaurant, but with his own style. In your English journey, you are also learning and growing. Maybe you started with just hello and goodbye. Now you can understand parts of this story. That is amazing growth. You are like Leo learning to make sauces. You are moving to a higher level. It is normal to feel afraid of the next step. Speaking with a native speaker might feel like opening your own restaurant. It is scary, but you have the skills. You have the knowledge. Believe in yourself. Take that next step. You can do it. Leo made a decision. He would leave his safe job at the hotel and open his own small place. It was the biggest risk of his life. He gave his notice to Chef Marco. Chef Marco was sad to see him go, but he understood. He said, "Leo, I know you will be a success. If you ever need advice, you can call me." He even offered to invest a little money, but Leo said no. He wanted to do this on his own. He wanted to earn it. Leo and Maria spent every evening planning. They looked for a good location. They needed a place that was not too expensive. They found a small shop in a nice neighborhood. The shop was old and needed a lot of work, but the price was good. Leo used all his savings to pay for the first 6 months of rent. He had no money left for anything else. He needed to borrow a little money from the bank. It was a loan. He had to promise to pay it back. He worked day and night to prepare the shop. He painted the walls himself. He built simple tables and chairs. Maria helped him. She painted a beautiful sign for the shop. They called the shop Leo's Kitchen. The name was simple and clear, just like the food he wanted to make. He planned a simple menu. He would make 3 soups, 3 salads, and 3 main dishes. He would use fresh, local ingredients. He wanted the food to be affordable for everyone. He wanted students and workers to be able to eat there. He remembered his own hunger when he first came to the city. The day before the opening, Leo was terrified. He looked at the empty shop. He thought about all his money that was now gone. He thought about the bank loan. What if no customers came? What if the food was not good enough? The fear was almost too much. He sat on the floor and put his head in his hands. Maria came and sat next to him. She held his hand. She said, "It is okay to be scared. This is normal. But remember the boy from the village. Remember how far you have come. You have faced harder things than this. You have survived hunger and loneliness. You can survive this too. I am here with you. We are in this together." Her words calmed him. He took a deep breath. He stood up. He said, "You are right. We can do this." The next morning, Leo's Kitchen opened its doors. They had a small opening party. Ben came. Chef Marco came. Even Mr. Anderson came. They all wanted to support Leo. The shop was full of friends. It was a good start, but the real test would come the next day, when the party was over. Monday morning arrived. The shop was open. Leo waited and waited. No customers came. 1 hour passed. 2 hours passed. Leo's heart felt heavy. Then a woman walked in. She said, "I saw your sign. I will try your soup of the day." Leo ran to the kitchen. He made the soup with love and care. He gave it to her. She ate it. She smiled. She said, "This is delicious. Thank you." That one customer made Leo happy. In the afternoon, a few more people came. They enjoyed their food. The next day, a few more came. It was very slow. The first week, he only had a few customers each day. He was not making enough money to pay his bills. He was worried again. But then something wonderful happened. The customers who came, they loved the food. They loved the friendly atmosphere. They started to tell their friends. They came back again and again. After 1 month, the shop was half full every day. After 2 months, he had a line of people waiting for a table at lunchtime. Leo's Kitchen was becoming popular. Leo worked harder than ever. He was the owner, the head chef, and the cleaner. He did everything, but he was happy. This was his dream. He was living his dream. He was creating something from nothing with his own 2 hands. When you learn English, you also take risks. Maybe you try to speak to a stranger. Maybe you send an email in English. Maybe you watch a movie without subtitles. These feel like big risks. You are afraid of failure. You are afraid of looking stupid. But like Leo, you must take that risk. The first customer for Leo was one person. Your first conversation in English might be just one sentence. But that one sentence is your first customer. It is the beginning of your success. Be brave. Open your doors. 2 years passed. Leo's kitchen was a big success. It was one of the most popular places in the neighborhood. People loved the food. They loved the fair prices. They loved seeing Leo work. He was always smiling. He always remembered his customers' names. He made everyone feel special. Because the business was successful, Leo had more money than he ever dreamed of. He paid back his bank loan quickly. He bought a nice, comfortable apartment. He bought a small car. But the most important thing he did was to help his parents. He brought them from the village to live with him in the city. He bought them a beautiful small house with a garden. His father did not have to work on the farm anymore. His mother did not have to worry about money anymore. They were happy and proud, so very proud of their son. Leo also did not forget the people who helped him. He gave Ben a job at his restaurant. Ben was getting old and he wanted to retire. Leo said, "You can work here as long as you want. You can be my advisor." Ben was touched. He was like a grandfather to Leo. Leo also helped other young people. He knew how hard it was to start with nothing. He started a program at his restaurant. He gave jobs to young people from poor families. He taught them how to cook. He taught them about business. He became a mentor. He gave them hope, just like Ben gave him hope. One of these young people was a boy named Sam. Sam was 16. He came from a difficult family. He had no money. He had no confidence. Leo saw himself in Sam. He took Sam under his wing. He taught him everything. He was patient and kind. Sam started to change. He started to believe in himself. He became one of the best workers in the kitchen. Leo and Maria got married. It was a beautiful, simple wedding. All their friends and family were there. Ben was there. Chef Marco was there. Mr. Anderson was there. And Leo's parents were there, crying tears of joy. It was a celebration of love and hard work. Maria became a teacher, and she helped Leo with the business side of the restaurant. They were a perfect team. Leo never stopped learning. He traveled to other countries with Maria. He learned about new foods and new cultures. He brought these ideas back to his restaurant. He always improved his menu. He never became complacent. He always remembered the hungry boy on the park bench. That memory kept him humble and grateful. He opened a second Leo's Kitchen, then a third. He became a successful businessman, a rich man. But his wealth was not just in his bank account. His wealth was in his heart. He was rich with love. He was rich with friendship. He was rich with the satisfaction of helping others. He had a beautiful life, a life he built with his own hands, his own mind, and his own kind heart. Your success in English will also change you. It will open new doors for you. Maybe you will get a better job. Maybe you will make new friends from around the world. Maybe you will travel and understand people better. But the most important success is inside you. It is the confidence that you can achieve your goals. It is the knowledge that you did not give up. And when you are successful, you can also help others. You can help someone else who is just starting to learn. You can share your story. You can be someone's Ben. That is the most beautiful success of all. And so we come to the end of our story, the story of Leo. From a poor boy in a small village to a rich, successful man in the city. But we know now that the real story is not about money. It is about character. It is about perseverance. It is about hope. It is about never giving up on your dreams. Leo faced many challenges. He faced hunger. He faced loneliness. He faced fear. He faced failure. But he never let these challenges defeat him. He used them as fuel. He used them to become stronger. He always looked forward. He always took the next step, no matter how small. He also accepted help. He was not too proud to ask for help from the old woman in the park. He was not too proud to learn from Ben. He was not too proud to accept love from Maria. Success is not something you achieve alone. It is a team effort. It is about community. And most importantly, he never forgot where he came from. He used his success to help others. He made the world a little better. His life had meaning and purpose. Now let us talk about you. You have been listening to this story for almost 1 hour. You have practiced your English listening for 1 whole hour. That is a fantastic achievement. You are like Leo, working in the kitchen, doing the hard work. You are building your foundation. Your dream to speak English fluently is your Leo's kitchen. It is your beautiful dream. Some days will be easy. Some days will be hard. Some days you will feel like you are not making progress. But I want you to know that you are. Every word you learn is a brick in your house. Every sentence you understand is a window letting in light. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Your journey is unique. Your path is your own. Maybe you learn fast. Maybe you learn slow. It does not matter. What matters is that you do not stop. What matters is that you keep going. Be like Leo. Be curious. Write down new words in your notebook. Be brave. Try to speak, even if you are afraid. Be persistent. Practice a little every day. Be grateful. Be thankful for the ability to learn. And be kind. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. You have everything you need inside you to succeed. You have the strength. You have the determination. I believe in you. I am here, cheering for you. Every video you watch on this channel is me sitting on the park bench with you, giving you directions. I am here to help you. So what will you do today to learn English? Will you learn 5 new words? Will you listen to this story again? Will you try to say one sentence out loud? Choose one small thing and do it. That small thing is your first step towards your dream. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for not giving up. I am so proud of you. Remember, you are not just learning English. You are building a better life for yourself. You are becoming the person you want to be. Keep going. I believe in you. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.